Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Chicago Fire boss teases Carver will soon return with a surprise. What do you think it is? Well, now we're nervous. Carver's homecoming on Chicago Fire will come with an unexpected twist. The firefighter checked into rehab for alcohol addiction in the February 26 episode after a relapse and has been absent ever since. In the meantime, Violet spilled all her complicated feelings in a letter to her sorta ex, but ultimately chose not send it so Carver could focus on his recovery. And who needs snail mail when you can talk in person? Violet recently learned that Carver will be returning next shift. Oh, has the firefighter moved on and found love with someone new? Please don't let it be another toxic Tory. Does he have an announcement to make about his future at 51? Or did he simply adopt a dog? Hey, he was really good with that doggo from the rescue call. It's been a difficult season for Carver, who came back from visiting family in Texas with a former girlfriend. The rekindled romance with bad influence Tory led to lots of wild nights and mistakes on the job, which got him a reprimand from his lieutenant, Kid. Tory eventually left the Windy City, but Carver's struggles were far from over. He later found himself at an AA meeting. Meanwhile, Violet has started dating lawyer Flynn, but might there still be hope for her and Carver? Jake Lockett, who plays the firefighter, told TV Line last November that he believes Carver is still in love with Violet. "I think it'd be hard not to be after how their relationship went last season," Lockett said. "I think it'd be hard to walk away from that and, in a couple months, just completely be over something like that. That's something that, in my opinion, would take a little time." The flames never die down for long in Firehouse 51, and it looks like one familiar firefighter is about to make a blazing comeback. In a recent interview, Chicago Fire showrunner Andrew Newman teased the return of Sam Carver, but not just any return, one with a surprise. For fans who have followed Carver's intense journey through danger, redemption, and personal growth, this tease has sparked major curiosity. What could this surprise possibly be? A new romance? A leadership role? A secret baby? Let's fire up the speculation and break down the possibilities. A quick recap: where did we leave Carver? When we last saw Sam Carver, played by Jake Lockett, he was in a pretty rough place. After a fiery incident that left him injured and shaken, and a few lingering conflicts with his fellow firefighters, Carver stepped away from the squad to deal with some personal issues. His decision came at a time when fans were finally seeing deeper layers to his complex character, layers shaped by trauma, ambition, and an aching desire to prove himself. Carver's exit wasn't exactly final. There was always a door left ajar for a return. And now, it looks like he's kicking that door open. But what kind of surprise is he walking in with? Surprise number 1. A promotion? Could Carver be returning as a lieutenant, or even higher? It's not unheard of for Chicago Fire to surprise fans with shakeups in the chain of command. He's always had a commanding presence, and his leadership potential has been hinted at in past episodes. Maybe during his time away, Carver took leadership training or impressed a higher-up enough to be considered for a new role. Imagine the tension and drama if he comes back and outranks someone who used to be his peer. Sparks would fly, both figuratively and literally. Surprise number 2. A transfer from another firehouse? Here's another twist. What if Carver's been working at a different firehouse in Chicago, honing new skills and forming new relationships? And now he's bringing some of that experience back to 51. Maybe he's part of a special task force or an arson investigation unit. That would not only reintroduce him with a fresh edge, but could open up some intriguing cross-department storylines. Carver working with the OFI, Office of Fire Investigation, perhaps even alongside Van Meter or Kid, Surprise would number be 3. A game changer. A secret relationship? Now we're really fanning the flames. One of the most popular fan theories swirling around involves Carver returning with a romantic bombshell. Could he be secretly dating someone from the firehouse? Maybe someone we'd least expect. The chemistry between Carver and Stella Kidd was undeniable at times, even though it never officially went anywhere. Or what if he returns with a new love interest entirely, someone who shakes things up at 51? Alternatively, imagine if Carver walked back into the firehouse with a fiancé or even a spouse. The whirlwind romance that happened during his time away would definitely qualify as a surprise, and Chicago Fire loves to mix romantic drama with workplace tension. Surprise number 4. A baby? Speaking of bombshells, this theory might sound wild, but it's Chicago Fire, and no twist is ever too big. What if Carver returns with a child, his own or one he's taken responsibility for? Maybe he discovered he had a child he didn't know about, or perhaps he took in the child of a fallen comrade. That kind of storyline would not only humanize Carver further, but could open the door to some deeply emotional story arcs about fatherhood, sacrifice, and balancing family with the life-or-death nature of firefighting. Surprise number 5. A changed man? The most subtle, yet equally powerful, surprise might simply be that Carver returns as a transformed person. Fans have watched him struggle with inner demons, his past, and his identity as a firefighter. Maybe his time away has given him clarity and emotional growth. He could return more centered, calm, and ready to contribute in a bigger way to the firehouse dynamic. Perhaps he's finally dealt with the trauma that has haunted him, or maybe he's been in therapy, gaining tools to better manage his intense personality. This version of Carver could also be more vulnerable and open, a version ready to connect more deeply with the rest of the 51 family. Imagine the ripple effects of a calmer, wiser Carver on his relationships with Severide, Kidd, and even Mouch. Surprise number 6. A hidden agenda. Let's not forget, not all surprises are good. What if Carver returns with an ulterior motive? Maybe he's been sent back to 51 with a mission, possibly as part of an investigation. There could be something shady going on in the department, and Carver might be caught in the middle. If so, he'd have to juggle loyalty to his team with the duty to a larger cause. It would put him in a moral gray zone, the kind of storytelling Chicago Fire thrives on. Surprise number 7. A hero's return? Or perhaps Carver has recently pulled off an act of incredible bravery, something that caught citywide attention. Maybe he saved a school full of children or ran into a burning building when off duty. His return could be celebrated with honor and respect, elevating his status within the CFD and adding a new layer of pride, and maybe even jealousy among his team. Final thoughts. No matter what surprise Carver brings, one thing is for sure. His return is going to shake things up at Firehouse 51. Whether it's romantic drama, personal transformation, a new title, or a hidden child, Chicago Fire is clearly setting the stage for something big. The character of Sam Carver has always hovered on the edge, brave, flawed, unpredictable. And those are exactly the ingredients that make a great twist. Fans are holding their breath for his fiery comeback, and the surprise that will undoubtedly set the next few episodes ablaze. So what do you think Carver's surprise is? A secret wedding? A new job title? Or something even bigger? Sound off, because the heat is about to rise again at Firehouse 51.